I'm going to correct myself. It's not very often I take back an opinion, but I'm gonna take back an opinion. It's how God is not real. And I sat there and I explained how God's not real and don't believe in God and I'm an atheist and blah, blah, blah.
It's actually difficult to prove gravity, let alone God, which doesn't exist. You can't prove something that isn't there.
But I want to change teams because I'm looking at these atheists and they're all just dorks or just nerds or, I mean, Christians are nerds too. It's hard. But all the complete degeneracy you see in the world nowadays is done in the name of atheism, and I don't think that's a good thing. I think that some basic things like family, man, woman, children, etc., that only seems to be the religious people. Only religious people are propagating these ideals. Whereas the atheists are propagating insanity. Like, this gender fluid, crazy, pedophilia as a sexual orientation, just madness. So I don't want to be an atheist anymore. I look what the atheists are doing and they've just gone nuts. And the truth is that most people are not smart enough to be an atheist. Because as an atheist, what I did is I made myself the center of my universe. But most people are not intelligent enough or capable enough to do that. Most people are so unremarkable, they cannot make themselves the center of their own universe because there's nothing interesting about them. So they have to find meaning elsewhere. And if they don't find meaning elsewhere with God, they end up signing up to a new religion, which is liberalism or leftism or wokeness. So people are always religious to something. And it turns out being religious to God is far better than being religious to any of the other options out there. All the other options on the table that society provides are terrible. So I've decided I no longer want to be an atheist. I'm going to start believing in God. Because if God keeps society together, even if God's not real, if enough people believe in a thing which makes society better, if enough people believe in a God which makes society, which is a net positive for society, then God in some form exists, doesn't he? So even if it's just the idea of him existing makes him semi-real. So I now believe in God. I believe in God. So now I have to decide which God I believe in. And there's lots of options, there's lots of choices. So for me, it's really down to two. Hindu, no. The Sikhs were supposed to be a warrior religion, but I haven't heard about Sikhs fucking up anybody in a long time. Hindus praying to elephants, come on, bruv. I got better things to do. Buddhist, please don't hurt me. Piss off. So, the Christians haven't been gangsta a long time. The Christians were gangsta. You couldn't mess with the Christians. Dos Volt, they come in, bust down, crusade, we're taking Jerusalem, bust places up. The Christians haven't done anything gangsta in a long time. If I had to bet on a religion, the same way I'd bet on a company, let's say you're going to put 100 grand into a company's stock and you had to bet on it going up or down, I'd have to bet on Islam. You can't fuck with Islam. You can't insult their prophets. You can't insult their gods. You insult their shit, they go rioting. They'll kill you. They'll chop your head off. You can insult Jesus all day. No one cares. All the churches in Europe are getting vandalized right now by Muslim immigrants, and the Christians don't even do anything. Imagine Christian immigrants in Saudi Arabia damaging the mosques. It would be going down. In fact, recently in Sweden, some guy burned the Quran and they burnt the whole city down, teach them a lesson. And these are not even the native people. These are the people you let in to be nice. Crazy. So the Muslims, you don't mess with the Muslims. But then, do I really want to go full Muslim? I get a bunch of wives, which is cool. But what I'm thinking of doing is, coincidentally, I live in Romania, which is the most Christian country in the world, and it's Orthodox Christian. And the reason I like Orthodox Christians is because Catholics obey the Pope, and the Pope is fully gone. He's fully part of the social agenda with this left-wing liberalism woke garbage. The Pope spends all his time talking about things which are against the tenets of Christianity because he wants to be liked by the mainstream media. So Catholics are done. Bunch of cowards. You ain't got shit left. But Orthodox Christians, like the Russian, Greek, Romanian church, they still don't play games. You can't play games here. Recently, I read all the time on the news here in Romania about what the church is doing. And you can't piss off the church. You can't disrespect the church. Everyone respects the church here. No one vandalizes anything. The Orthodox Christians will still mess you up. So I think I'm no longer an atheist. I'm now an Orthodox Christian. And for that reason, I now go to church at least twice a week. I go to church twice a week, and I'm now a Christian. So there's no funny ha-ha at the end of this Tate speech. I just genuinely believe it's good for society, which means it has to be good for me. So I'm now a Christian. We all knew I was going to heaven anyway. Let's be honest. And if we all knew if I was going to go to hell, I was going to take over. I walk into hell and the devil's like, oh, I'm going to burn you. So you ain't going to do shit, pussy. Well, I'm going to stand there and let you burn me. Look like a bitch. No, I'm not like these fucking mask wearers. No, you ain't burning me. You touch me, I'll fuck you up. So would it have been fun to be the king of hell or an angel in heaven? Which one would be more fun?